Hello, everybody, and welcome to another mini episode with me, DJ Batman. In today's episode, it's going to be a little bit more serious. It's not going to be a long episode, but basically, I'm here to talk about the growing suicide problem, which I've talked about before. But in this country, the one thing people don't understand is before this pandemic started, the suicide rate was already extremely high, and especially for the youth. But during this pandemic, the suicide rate overall, yes, has come down a little bit, but the one thing that people don't understand is that these numbers are being made up by the CDC, who themselves have been allowing hospitals to label somebody who died of suicide as a COVID death. I remember I posted a comment on Twitter and I had somebody respond to it. I actually had many people respond to it, but one woman in particular stood out the most because she was explaining to me that she lost her husband to suicide, but the thing is that he killed himself by using a gun and blew his brains out. But yet somehow on his death certificate it says he died of COVID, which makes no sense. And I heard lots of other people that, lost people to suicide and their deaths were counted as COVID deaths. So the biggest problem, that people don't realize is that a lot of this information we're getting is not proper. Like, here's a thing I would like all you to try out for yourself. Go on to Google, Bing, whatever search engine you want to use, and type in death by suicide, and then death by alcohol, and then death by COVID, and you will see that the search engines will give you everything you want to know about COVID and what it's killed, where it's killed, and all the information. But when you type in the other two, you literally have to dig through the internet just to get information you want. The CDC themselves don't make it very easy to get the information. But again, when it comes to COVID, it's an easy, give you information, tell you exactly what you want to know. But when it comes to, let's say, suicide, all they do is give you the suicide hotline number, which I'm going to tell everybody right now. Don't tell anybody to ever call that shitty organization, okay? The suicide hotline actually has not done anything to prevent suicides. I mean, it's been around for as long as, when I lost my mom to suicide, same year. And yet, they have done nothing to bring the suicide rate down. Actually, they've actually helped make it worse. I've talked to tons of people who have dealt with suicide, and they've told me that when they call the suicide hotline, some of them have been hung up, some people have cursed at them, treated them like garbage, and, that's a big problem. But, it's just, we need to care about each other more. We got a major suicide rate problem in this country, and we really need to start dealing with it. We can't start hiding from it. We can't say it doesn't exist, it's not going on, because it is. And it's only getting worse. Children are killing themselves at an extremely high rate, while mostly the older people are dying of COVID because most of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are unhealthy, and don't have the best immune system. So, all I'm saying is that we really need to look out for the younger generation. We are losing them faster than we are losing the older generation, So, it's a major problem that we need to take care of, and I always have people all the time telling me that I'm lying, that I'm making information up because, well, the CDC says something different. Yeah, well, the CDC says a lot of things. So, and here's the biggest thing I look at. I'm not going to believe organizations that consider marijuana as bad as black tar heroin. I mean, the fact that weed is still on the class 1 drug list, but yet all this vaccine stuff is just pushed right through, even though weed has never killed a single human being. And just because somebody is crushed by weed doesn't mean they died from weed. They got crushed by something heavy. But anyways, yeah, care about the people in your life. If somebody is reaching out to you for help, be there for them. Don't tell them to go talk to a therapist. Don't tell them to go talk to somebody else. Just be there for them. Because they're coming to you for a reason. They're not just coming to you because they want to annoy you. They're coming to you because they trust you. It's kind of like, look at it as like a cat. You know, cats don't just love everybody, but they go to people they do care about, and they show they care. And when they need help, they'll come to you. You know, I'm not saying that people are cats, but, you know, cats are a good example. But it's just, you know, be there for those people. If they're reaching out to you, talk to them. Take time out of your life. Because let me tell you this. If you don't be there for them when they need it the most, you could end up spending the rest of your life going, what did I do wrong? What could I have done more? And that's the thing. You don't want to be in that position. I've lost 7 people to suicide. My mother, my soulmate, and 5 friends. And it's not fun. It's actually living hell for me, to be honest. But, you know, I still push through, and I'm still trying to get what I'm trying to get done. So, but overall, be there for the people that you care about. If you tell them you care, be there. Don't say you care. Show it. Because remember, in the end, people, your actions speak way louder than your words will ever do. And that's what these people need most, is your actions, not your words. People have been saying stuff to them their whole life. It's the reason why they're in that position. It's because they feel like nobody cares. Nobody is there for them. Take somebody do something, hunting, fishing, camping. Take them to do, you know, woodworking, metal shop, computer building, whatever. You know, figure out something they like and get them involved. And be there with them. You know, because it gives them support to, you know, that somebody cares. Especially these children. They need you more than ever. But anyways, that's all I can really talk about for now about it. I might do another episode later on. But I just wanted to tackle this a little bit more just because, you know, there's not enough people out there talking about suicide, and it irritates me that a lot of these big names like on YouTube and people that call themselves news organizations, and they never talk about the suicide problem, but they'll talk crap about each other all day long. So it's fucking annoying. But anyways, thank you for listening. I really appreciate all my listeners. It's really glad to know that there are people out there that like to hear what I have to say. But again, please leave a comment. It really helps me know what you think of the shows. And, you know, helps me improve things. Also, don't forget to hit like if you like what I do, and follow if you like more my podcast and hear what I have to say. Other than that, if you would like to support my show, like always, I will have my links in the description for my Etsy and Teespring. I design everything myself. So, yeah. Other than that, y'all take it easy, and like always, I end my episodes with a song. So I'm going to be ending today with a song called Fantasy Parade by an artist called Tori Wolf. Everybody take it easy, and I'll see you next time. DJ Batman, out.
Left on the shelf, full of dust, you'll know it's me and from nobody else. Grab your seat at the fantasy parade. too tight. For me, it's just the thought of you that sets it right. Baby, you're my light. I never wanna fall away or lose my sight. Am I hanging on too tight? For me, it's just the thought of you that sets it right.